What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pipe Revival, where we're on a mission to get a pipe in everybody's mouth. Normalize pipe smoking. I'm gonna load me up a pipe here. Take two guesses what I'm smoking. Just two guesses. The first one doesn't count. You've been watching me, watching my videos. I'm up to like 14 videos now. That's, I don't know. Seems like a lot. Get this thing going. Left my pipe tamp up there. Hold on. Gotta have the old pipe nail. These do not work good for as a screwdriver. If you got one of these little pipe nails, don't use it as a screwdriver. I tried to take the screw out from my flints on my Zippo. Tore the daggum thing up. I was like, oh, okay. I see what we're dealing with here. I see. Very, very soft metal. Anyways, I was down and out yesterday. Was not feeling good at all. Feeling a lot better today. Shut down early last night. Got some good sleep. And we got some, the beautiful Dr. Graybow. I love this pipe. I really do. This pipe has been with me through so much. It's a part of me. Y'all have pipes like that? It's your companion. This pipe has been everywhere with me. Almost my entire adult life, I've had this pipe by my side. It's crazy. I love this pipe. For those of you who don't know, I bought this pipe at Walmart. That's how old this pipe was. When you could buy pipes and pipe tobacco and all your pipe supplies at Walmart. They even had, this was out in the store, like by the batteries. I think they call it an end cap. I love this pipe. Just a reminder of days gone by. Used to be able to get all my pipe supplies and tobacco and everything from Walmart. That's all we really had in the little town that I grew up in. We had a Walmart, a Dollar General, and Aldi's, a Shop and Save. That was it. And Orscheln's, something like that. I think it's called something else now. This thing's not wanting to stay lit. We'll get her going. There we go. I think we got her now. Had a lot of stuff on my mind here lately. It's all has to do with pipe smoking. Some of it I'm not ready to talk about quite yet. The whole STG thing still bothers me. I just saw that Missouri Meerschaum Tobaccos already got the axe. I'm speculating and assuming that Missouri Meerschaum was packaged by Sutliff. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on there. So if you like a Missouri Meerschaum blend, I think they have maybe a dozen blends, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, we're getting the axe, folks. And I think there will be more to come that get the axe. A lot of these Sutliff match blends, and it's a shame, really. So I'm pretty sure Sutliff was a profitable company here in the United States, and I have no idea why this decision to consolidate the factories overseas. It don't make any sense to me, other than consolidating profits and power, maybe not power, but control over products. And centralization doesn't make things better. Okay, having competition makes products better. I can't imagine packaging and blending now I don't know what kind of facilities they have over there in Denmark. I have no idea. But I just can't imagine that consolidating them all into one facility is going to improve the tobacco, the quality of the tobaccos. And we've already seen, or at least I've already seen, quality of tobaccos that I've loved for years and years go down, namely Granger. I can't smoke Granger anymore because it destroys my mouth. And I bought some Velvet STG product now. Smoked one bowl of that this past weekend. Right, I got through half of a bowl. And I'm smoking half and half right now. I don't get tongue bite at all. I can smoke half and half all day long. I can puff on it like a freight train. I never get tongue bite, ever. I loaded my pipe up with Velvet, and right away, I got through half of a bowl before I had to just stop smoking it and empty the bowl out. I've been letting Granger dry out in an unsealed jar for almost a year now, and I smoke a bowl every once in a while. It seems to be improving a little bit, but I can still feel it coming on. Now, I haven't tried using a filter with it, but just the fact that I have to use the filter with it to block out whatever they're putting on it, just a damn shame. It's a damn shame, folks. And I don't like it. It's really bothering me. There's other stuff that is bothering me in the pipe community too. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not like that. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But there are some grifters and helots out there. And I don't like that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Not going to mention any names. But I guarantee you, most of you probably know what I'm talking about. You know, I started making videos just to kind of give back to the YouTube community in a way that I felt that I could, because I have gleaned so much information in my life from YouTube. And I've done nothing. All I've done is just taken from YouTube, just taken from you guys making content out there, putting information out there, proprietary information out there for free. I just take it. Well, I'm going to give back a little bit of what I can give back. It's insignificant, I know, but hopefully it's enjoyable to somebody. And hopefully I have some good information, because I have been smoking a pipe for a long time. And I got it down. I'm not bragging, but I got it down, okay? I smoke a lot of tobacco. I have a pipe in my mouth a lot. So, I'm pretty good at it. As are many of you. But I may have information that are techniques or stuff that you might be able to pick up and be useful to you. And just information for, new guys. Kind of separating the diamonds from the dung, as our beloved Thomas Jefferson would say. Because there is a lot of, I wouldn't call it misinformation out there. I would call it just maybe overthinking. There is so much overthinking in pipe smoking. And I think it stems from pipe smokers are thoughtful people. We think a lot. And that's what when we smoke our pipes, we're sitting there, we're thinking about things, and we're thinking how we can improve things. We're thinking this and that. And we're doing a lot of experimenting, trying to improve our experiences with our pipes. And we overthink things. And so things get out there and things get popularized. These narratives get popularized. And to me, it's a lot of it is just, it's not true. Now, a lot of it's not going to hurt anything, but it is being put out there like a necessary step. And it's not. It's just a preference. Human beings, we like to preach our preferences. You see it in churches a lot. I mean, there's been whole churches founded upon just preaching your preference and not necessarily the scripture. You know what I'm saying? It's just your preference. And that's fine, as long as you put it out there as that, as a preferential thing. But a lot of people don't. It's the gospel. And if you don't believe it, if you don't do it, if you don't enjoy your pipe like I enjoy my pipe, you're wrong. So that's kind of stuff that maybe I can help you avoid. And like I've said before, there's no right way to smoke a pipe, but there's a bunch of wrong ways. And add that, there's a bunch of unnecessary things that you may have been told that you have to do, that you don't have to, really. I made a video about resting your pipe. It's a myth, folks. I've never rested this pipe on purpose. You know, it has sat. But yeah, it's a myth. I've made a video about how to break in a new pipe. I did that with this pipe. New pipe, beautiful pipe. Dr. Graybo Prince carved bowl. So it's pretty similar to this one. Just beautiful pipes. I love Dr. Graybo's. Yeah, breaking in that pipe. How do you break in a pipe? It's so simple, it's stupid, folks. It's just, it's so simple. And tonight, let me get to my topic. I want to talk about filters and tongue bite because I think they go hand in hand with each other. Now, for you new pipe smokers, you listen up because this may affect you more than a seasoned, acclimated pipe smoker because it takes time for your body to adjust. And this could be something that could help you. And I know there's other guys out there that suffer from tongue bite. And let me just tell you a Codger's perspective of tongue bite. Okay? Tongue bite. Now listen, this is going to be controversial. This is going to burn some of y'all's ears because this is not the narrative that has been put out there. But tongue bite is not a heat related thing. Has nothing to do with the temperature of the smoke hitting your tongue. Not 100%. Tongue bite is a chemical reaction your body has to the pH difference between the tobacco smoke, which is extremely alkaline, and it gets more alkaline the further down you go, and the pH balance of your body, in particular in this case your tongue and the roof of your mouth, the inside of your mouth, let's just say that. And the technique of smoking a pipe. And what I mean by that is pipe smoking is, you don't smoke a pipe like you smoke a cigar. You don't smoke a pipe like you smoke a cigarette. If you're smoking a pipe like a cigarette or cigar, you're doing it wrong. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. But just let me get that. You're doing it wrong if you're smoking it like a cigarette or a cigar. Pipe smoking, we hold the smoke in our mouths for an extended period of time relative to what you would do with a cigar or definitely a cigarette. We hold that smoke in our mouths because we're tasting the smoke. You know, we're kind of swishing the smoke in our mouths, massaging that smoke in our mouths and getting the flavor of the smoke. And then we push it out through your nose, retrohale, or you push it back out through the mouth, or you push it out back through the pipe. So just the fact that we do that, we hold that smoke in our mouth, is why tongue bite is an issue among pipe smoking and not really an issue with cigarettes, not really an issue with cigars. Could be more of an issue with cigars. I'm sure it is a little bit of an issue with cigars because that's more like smoking a pipe than cigarettes are. But tongue bite is a chemical burn in your mouth from the pH of the tobacco smoke, which is very alkaline. And what the blenders do, they case the tobacco, and what that means is when they are processing the tobacco, all tobacco is cased, okay? There's no tobacco that's not cased. Some of it's just cased in water. Very few blends are just water. Most pipe tobacco blends are cased with a sugar-water blend. And the reason they do that is to balance out, to bring that pH level of the tobacco as close as they can to neutral pH, so you can smoke it with no bite. So almost all tobacco, I would say 98% of pipe tobacco, including your English blends, is cased in a sugar water, something similar to that. And what they just bring a water to boil, and they add sugar, like McBaron adds like a maple sugar. There's probably a bunch of different concoctions that these different companies use, but almost all of it is cased in sugar water. That's what gives tobacco its sweet aroma, and it's pipe tobacco is obviously much sweeter than a cigarette, which cigarette tobacco is cased as well, but it's cased in just water. Because for those of you that don't know, when they get to tobacco, and it's like bales. It's like big hay bales of tobacco, and it's crispy dry. So they gotta bring that tobacco back to life. That's what the casing process is. So there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different concoctions, like I said, but all of it is cased, and the main reason they case it is to adjust the pH. Or the mouth feel. Get that smoke out of here. Anyway, so tongue bite, chemical. It's not a temperature thing, folks. It is damn near impossible to get the smoke coming out of the end of that pipe to a temperature that is going to physically burn you. I mean, it is damn near impossible. You can puff on your pipe as hard as you want. And this is why you can get tongue bite. I watched a video on Mutton Chop Piper the other day, and he was talking about an aged tin. I think he had Maltese Falcon. He had an aged tin, and he had a brand new tin. And he was talking about the differences between the two, between the aged. I think he had it was like 5 years or 3 years, something like that. It was aged quite a bit. So the Virginias had really mellowed out. They had that they brought the sugar out, the natural sugar out of the Virginias, which sugar is acidic, so it is going to bring the pH level more towards neutral, just having a Virginia tobacco in there. And even more so with that sitting in there and fermenting. It's going to bring even more of that out, and so it's going to bring in even more towards neutral. But anyways, he was smoking these two blends, and he smoked the fresh thing. This is Maltese Falcon. I mean, very, very easy on the mouth. It's an English blend. If you've never smoked it, it's like a plum pudding, or it's your quintessential English blend. I mean, it's pretty heavy. It's not a Latakia bomb or anything, but it's pretty Latakia forward, I would say. But it does have a good amount of Virginia in it as well. But anyways, my point is that he smoked the fresh stuff that hadn't aged at all. And right away, he was noticing that it was a little nippy, that it was already starting to bite a little bit. And if you've seen how Mutton Chop Piper smokes, he's not puffing on his pipe and creating a whole bunch of smoke. He is one of those, he just barely keeps that ember going. He's not like me or like Matches. We're like heavy puffers, you know what I mean? He barely, you can barely tell that the thing's even lit. So he is not creating a bunch of heat, but yet he's still getting a little bit of tongue bite. Why is he getting a little tongue? It's because of the pH level. He's probably more sensitive than most people are to the pH offset. So, and when he smoked the aged Maltese Falcon, he commented on there was no tongue bite, no hint of tongue bite, because that tobacco had balanced out chemically. Okay? So that is, tongue bite is a chemical thing. It is, I'm quite confident, is never a temperature thing. So that is what tongue bite is. Now, as far as filters are concerned, why would you want to use a filter? Is a filter bad? Is a filter going to affect your smoke? Is a filter going to bring the experience down a notch? Is a filter going to take away from taste? Is a filter going to restrict the airflow? Is it going to keep the pipe from moving smoke smoothly? No. A paper filter is not. A balsa wood filter is not. I bought some, I think they're White Elephant or something like that. They're the charcoal filters. They may not be White Elephant. I don't have them with me because I don't use them, because they severely restrict the airflow. I mean, severely, where I don't even use it. They're completely useless to me. But I think there are some better. I think Savinelli makes some charcoal filters that don't restrict the airflow. But I know for a fact, paper filters, Dr. Grabo's, Medico's, I think those are probably your only two paper filters. There might be another one. But Dr. Grabo, Medico, your two paper filters is just like a little rolled up. Everybody's seen them, okay? Those do not restrict airflow one bit. Not one bit. They do not affect the taste. Not one bit. And if you think you're missing out on flavor by using a filter, smoke one bowl. Just smoke one bowl with a filter in it, okay? And then after your pipe is cooled off, take the stem off, take the filter out, squeeze that juice out onto your finger, squeeze it. Just squeeze it out on your finger, and put that on your tongue, and tell me how that tastes. Yeah. It's not removing any flavor, okay? It's removing moisture, which moisture carries a lot more of the concentrated stuff that's the pH that's going to give you the pH, the chemical burn, that moisture that's in the smoke. That's the object of smoking a pipe, is have a cool, dry smoke. It has been the what we've been trying to solve, and up until paper filters were brought out, everybody was trying to solve the moisture issue. That's why all the old pipes had stingers. That's why Peterson made the system pipe, where the moisture dripped down into the little cavern down at the bottom of their pipe. And they made the bit where you could take it out and put it back in while you were smoking to clear out the little chamber, your moisture collection chamber. Why were they doing that? Well, so you wouldn't get tongue bite. The stingers on all the old pipes, that was to collect moisture, to keep moisture from getting in the stem and getting in your mouth, giving you tongue bite. So I don't know why filters is such a controversial issue. And maybe it's not to everybody, but to some people it is very, very controversial. And I'm not for sure why. Filters are very useful. If you're a new smoker, I highly recommend using some kind of a filter. Until you get your cadence down, until you get the pipe smoking down in general, to where you're getting a cool, dry smoke repeatably, where you're able to repeat it on a consistent basis based off of your technique that you've practiced and honed your skill. Use a filter. For God's sakes, use a filter. Okay, there's nothing wrong with using a filter. It's not more manly to smoke your pipe without a filter. It's just such a crazy thing. So, use a filter. Eliminate tongue bite. Enjoy your pipe. And don't worry about the misguided narratives that are out there. Don't worry about it. I don't really care who says it, because I know from experience, and you can experiment too, and I promise you'll come with the same results. It's not going to affect your pipe smoking at all. It's only going to improve it. I don't really use filters anymore. I ran out of filters. I used to buy them in like 4 boxes of 120. I just haven't reordered them, and I don't really need to use them anymore because I have it down. You know what I mean? And so moisture is not really a thing. And building up a cake, I made a video about why we have a cake in your bowl, why you want a cake, and some of that has to do with moisture control and temperature control. The cake is very handy with that, but a filter is very handy too. Okay, so that's my Codger talk. I know I went on and rambled a lot, but it takes me about 45 minutes to 30 minutes to 45 minutes to smoke a bowl. So hopefully you loaded up a bowl, come out to the front porch, and we're talking pipes and pipe tobacco and solving all the problems of the world out there. All right? Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.